Okay. We are here with Chun, the director of Standard Temperature. It's the last short film from tonight. So welcome here, Chun, and a big hug and hello from the staff.
Hi, I'm Chen. Hi from Beijing.
So Tommaso and I would love to ask you some questions about your short film, and I would like to, just to start with, I would like to ask you where did this come from? Is it a personal experience, a personal need?
Yes, the story stems from my personal experience. So the young lady basically is me. I mean, it's not like entirely me, but it comes from my personal experiences after graduation. I came back from US, so it's kind of like a pieces of pictures that happened in my life.
Yeah, regarding this, one thing that really struck me about the short film is the fact that actually I've been living the situation of the character because I've been studying in the US and now I returned after graduation, and so this sense of not belonging to any place nor your home nor your new home, which is the US, is a theme that really interested me and that I lived. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about it and this sense of alienation that gives this sense of not belonging to anywhere.
Yeah, because from my personal experiences, like I studied in the U.S. for almost 7 or 8 years, and when I was in the U.S., I also studied abroad in Tokyo and Italy, Rome, for half a year. So, so for me, like I'm always traveling, like in different places. And after like studying for 7 years or 8 years in a different country, that I choose to came back to my old home, like to my parents, and because I couldn't afford my basic living, just when you just graduate from, because you don't have enough money to live by yourself, so you have to spend a space with your parents. And since we haven't been together for a really long time, it's really a hard process for us, like each of us, to know each other again, to because we are all adults and individuals. And for me, it's also for Beijing, it's different with everything, with the environment. So the background of the story, the standard temperature tells like a daily condition of a young girl who's been in this um, strange but used to be familiar, but now at this moment is strange. Like how she spent a day. So there's no dramatic, like it's not like a story. Like if you ask me what happened, it's just like a daily, it's like daydreaming in the city. Like she's trying to get to know the surroundings and try to build the conversation with her parents. Um, but you can tell like she's also a solo in the city. So this is what I want to express. Uh, it's not like events, but it's more like emotions that she has and she will have, or it's like even though the film ends, but I feel like I wanna the audiences may can feel it like it's continuous. Maybe in I cannot tell the time, but she's struggling and she's trying to find a way.
And about the film itself, um, could you tell us something about the title and the style that you used, this black and white cinematography?
Um, Black and white is the first thing me and my photographer decided. City of Beijing. Um, I think usually the audiences will be familiar with talk the city like Tokyo, Paris, New York. But for this moment, I think black and white can tell strictly about the structure and the moving the actions. Is you for the version perspective, you will not be distracted by other things. And I also don't think the black and white can tell the relationship between characters really straightforward. So that's why I use black and white. And I think Beijing under black and white is really beautiful. It's really clear. Yeah, and there are a lot of like running, bicycling. So I think when the objects or the characters on the moving, I think the black and white can tell better, telling the beauty of the city. So that's why I choose. And personally, because I've been always like doing my own photography work, it's always film. I shoot photography like using the black and white film. So that is the thing I'm really familiar with. So I love to use black and white to be my beginning
And
work.
about the title?
The title Standard Temperature is like, even though it's an emotion first film, it's not by the events. So standard temperature, the temperature, is the how the characters in the space, you feel the connections or disconnections among the characters. And the standard, the reason I use standard because I think each one of us has a standard inside of her is different from we are different. The standard is all different from each other, but it can present like if everyone's a level. It's like a zero thing. Like so, I think maybe this title can give more images for audiences to think about. Oh, what is the standard temperature for me? And maybe it's all different from each other. And I'm sure it's all different, so that's why I use it.
Good. If I may ask another question, I wanted to ask you about performance. And you said that is mostly taken from personal things of you, like that the main character is similar to you. How did you approach the actors and directing the actors specifically, while there is this how to say this the main character is really similar to you. So I think we lost the first
Okay.
two phrases.
So I start with the young lady, the young girl who played the young lady. She's not the actress. She's math major who had the same study abroad experiences. Like me, she spent her college years in the U.S. For studying math. So for her, it's like, I think for me, it's like we start to get to know each other or know the background of the girl in the film, and we talk about like how because the you can tell like there's no it's chaos, feels like there's no chaos work done. It's always like in a standard line. So that's the difficult part during the filming, because the girl herself is really outgoing, and she herself is like speaks, has a lot of tongues, like she's really energetic, but the film requires her to hide herself a little bit. So that's a difficult part for me and her to work with. I think she just I think the daily things for us to do is just like talk, like to know each other. But personally, I don't want her to act to act me. It's not. It's It's I give the role to her. Like the temperature is decided by her. So I wish we are finding you know, like a point that we both agree with. It's not like you are the twin in the film. No, you are yourself. So that's the thing. For the dad, like the middle age, the father part, like the actor is actually my father. So it's more like familiar for him to do it because the story I wrote is you know it's truly things that happen in his experiences. So that's quite easy for him to do. It's basically you know it's like be natural and relax in the film. That's the thing like I asked him to do or I helped him to do. For the mom part, like the middle age woman, like she's quite different from the role. Like she didn't, she's absolutely like not herself or in the film. For the table talking, before we start shooting, like we had couple meeting together and we uh, basically know each other's background and know how to talk about the characters, the difference or the same to each other. And I think for me, the first time shooting is really tough thing for me to do. Is like you have to decide on set. Like we only have 3 days shooting. So you know, for me, it's like it's this is really hard because it's always about conversation. It's not like screaming or you know it's like emotional. It's like emotions within the conversation, and the conversation are really daily conversation. So for them, like I think we just practice like to talk or to listen to each other or to talk to each other like really naturally. That's the thing like we do we did every day. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was very interesting to listen to you, understand better how you worked on the film.
Yeah.
And thank you for being with us. We really enjoyed your film. We hope that our audience will like it as well. And good luck with everything and with your future work.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Shun. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
See you.